To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.
So, my dear children, within the earlier chapter, we discussed the questions related to the textbook, my dear children. So, within this chapter, we'll be focusing about the extra questions related to the lesson lightning accidents. So, here you are given with the first type of MCQ questions, right? So, in here you have to choose the most appropriate answer or the correct answer out of the given responses. So, let's see. Select the month which most amount of lightning accidents occur. January, April, May, February. Very simple, my dear children. Usually lightning strikes occur during the convectional time period, right? Intermonsoonal time. So that means, my dear children, it should be April. Next one. Main reason for the occurrence of lightning: electricity, static electrical charges, rubbing of clouds together due to cumulonimbus clouds. Even though having electricity or rubbing or having cumulonimbus clouds will not create lightning if there are no any static electrical charges. So the main reason for the occurrence of lightning is generation of static electrical charges. Question number 3. Select the period which intermonsoon rain occurs in Sri Lanka. January, April, December, February, March, May, March, April. So, the convectional time period, so intermonsoonal rains mainly occur from the times March and April, my dear children. March to April should be the answer there. Next one. Type of cloud that is a main reason for the occurrence of lightning. Very simple, my dear children. Cumulonimbus clouds are the main reason for the occurrence of lightning. Cumulonimbus clouds, right? Next one, question number 5. During intermonsoonal time period, humidity of the Earth's surface is high. Humidity of the Earth's atmosphere is low. Temperature of the atmosphere close to Earth is high. Temperature of the atmosphere close to Earth is low. During the intermonsoonal time period, my dear children, humidity of the Earth's surface is high. Humidity of the atmosphere is low. Temperature of the atmosphere close to the Earth is high. That should be our answer. Temperature of the atmosphere close to the Earth's surface is going to be high, right? So, humidity of the Earth's surface is high. Humidity of the atmosphere is low. Those things are incorrect. Humidity of the Earth's surface is not going to be high because due to having high temperature, it will evaporate quickly. Humidity of the atmosphere is low. Once again, it is incorrect because of evaporation within the atmosphere, humidity will increase. So our correct answer would be temperature of the atmosphere close to the Earth is going to be high. So therefore, what will happen? Humidity is getting collected to the Earth's surface. Humidity is getting collected to the atmosphere, creating cumulonimbus clouds. Next question, my dear children. Main reason for the creation of cumulonimbus clouds: high speed winds, high temperature in the atmosphere, increase in the amount of vapor in atmosphere, increase in the amount of water in Earth's surface. So, main reason for the occurrence of cumulonimbus cloud is, my dear children, because of high temperature, right, increase in the amount of water vapor in atmosphere. That's the main reason, right? So, the most accurate answer for this one should be increase in the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere, right? Increase in the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere. So, it will create cumulonimbus clouds. Next one. Normal altitude of a cumulonimbus cloud: 5,000 kilometers, 15 kilometers, 15,000 kilometers, 5 kilometers. nearly at a range of 15,000 meters, which means 15 kilometers. Next one. Usually in a cumulonimbus cloud, top part gets, usually in a cumulonimbus cloud, my dear children, top part gets a positive charge. Positive charge. Right, next question, my dear children. Most dangerous lightning method to people. Cloud to earth lightning, cloud to air lightning, earth to cloud lightning, air to cloud lightning. So, most dangerous one is lightning which is coming from cloud to earth. So, that is, my dear children, cloud to earth lightning. Cloud to earth lightning is the correct answer. So, in cloud to earth lightning, it's going to be very dangerous for us. Next one. If a person has been struck with direct lightning, person will die. His condition will be critical with severe injuries. It's not a problem to get direct strike. He will get paralyzed. Actually, we can't directly say that he is going to die. However, we know that there can be severe conditions, severe consequences. So, our answer would be condition will be critical with severe injuries. So, my dear children, we won't be able to say that the person is going to be paralyzed or getting killed because of a direct strike. But however, we know that his condition going to be critical, right? So, our answer should be his condition will be critical with severe injuries. Next one. Instrument used to demonstrate the lightning sparks. Electric iron, induction coil, motor engine, high voltage battery. So, we use the induction coil to demonstrate the lightning sparks, my dear children. Over there, we discussed that we are going to generate like millimeters of lightning strikes. The sound created after lightning is called, very simple, my dear children. This is the one which is referred to as the thunder. Thunder. Next one. Select the best thing which a lightning bolt can pass through. Human body, a tree, mobile phone, metal flag post. What is the best one? Human body, a tree, mobile phone, metal flag post. Metal flag post would be the best one because as it is indicating a metal, metal is a good conductor of electricity. So, it will directly pass quite easily through a metal flag post. Average voltage of a lightning bolt. So, average voltage is around 10 millions of volts, my dear children, right? 10 millions of volts. So, the correct answer would be C, 10 millions of volts. 10 millions, right? This is the average voltage in a lightning bolt. Next one. Convectional law where intermonsoonal rain occurs, wet zone, dry zone, all regions, none of the above. Wet zone, dry zone, all the regions in the country and none of the above. So, usually convectional rains occurs to each and every place of the country, my dear children. So, all the regions. Two plastic stripes shift apart at lower ends upon rubbing. See, is due to what will happen when you rub two plastic rods? Definitely they will get repelled each other because of having what? Because of having static electrical charges. So, our answer should be having static electrical charges but same amount of that same type of static electrical charges. You know that static electrical charges are in two types, positive and negative. So, the shift apart means repelling. So, the repelling is going to happen mainly because of having same amount of static electrical charges with same type. So, type P is the one, right? So, having same static electrical charges, having different, not having, these get too much dry upon rubbing. So our answer should be having same static electrical charges with the same type, positive or else negative. Okay. Then question number 17. Current of a lightning stroke is about 25,000 amperes. The first and foremost answer is correct. It is having a current of 25,000 amperes with a voltage around 10 million volts. Next one. So here they are asking the maximum number of lightning strikes happened in Sri Lanka during. So it is same as the previous. Can you remember over there the question was asking about the maximum amount of lightning strikes. Now the maximum lightning accidents. Same thing, no? So usually the maximum amount of lightning strikes happens during the intermonsoonal time period. So my dear children, the answer should be April month because that is the month which has the highest amount of lightning accidents, right? Highest amount of lightning accidents because of what? Because of the intermonsoonal time period. So answer should be April. Next one, question number 19. Best place to protect from lightning danger: closed house, open ground, inside a car. Can you remember we discussed that best place to be during a lightning condition is inside a car. From that we can protect ourselves for sure. Okay. Next one. Not a good thing to do when there is lightning: disconnecting electrical appliances from the circuits. It's correct. Using a pair of slippers. Correct. Wearing a headset with listening to songs by a mobile. Making a call using mobile with a glass body. So it's not wise to use headset because these things are wires. So wires means conductors, my dear children. So there's a high probability in getting a risk of electric discharges, right? Next one. Destruction of buildings due to lightning can be avoided by, very simple, my dear children. Buildings are getting mainly destroyed if the lightning strikes are, or if the lightning bolts are not grounded quite well. So in the grounding process we can use the instrument called lightning conductor. So special concrete mixtures, using insulators, fitting lightning conductors. Yes, this should be our answer. By that way we can minimize the accidents during lightning, right? Next one. Blank should be avoided during lightning weather condition: being in an open place, walking on wet places, being near tall trees. All of these things should be avoided, my dear children. So above all should be our answer. We have to avoid all of these things when there is a lightning situation or when there is a lightning condition. It is not suitable to being in open places or to walk on wet places or being on tall trees or being near to tall trees. So it's very wise to avoid all of these things during a lightning weather condition. Right. Then let's head on to see the next one. During lightning, air gets heated up to around. So during lightning, my dear children, can you remember, air is getting heated up to around 5 times the surface of the sun. 5 times the temperature of the surface of the sun. So usually the temperature on the surface of the sun is around 6,000 Celsius. So times 5, which means it's nearly around 30,000 Celsius. 30,000 Celsius. So during lightning, air is getting heated up to around 30,000 Celsius, my dear children. Next one. Main reason for the creation of thunder: having high electrical charges around the atmosphere, having high voltage and current in lightning, instantaneous expand of air due to high temperature. Yes, my dear children, this should be the answer. Because of the expansion of air particles instantaneously, a heavy shock wave, right, called the thunder is going to occur. So instantaneous expansion of the heated air particles is the main reason for the creation of thunder. Right. Then the next one, question number 25. Speed of light is about, very simple my dear children, right? We discussed these things several times. So the speed of light is about 300,000 kilometers per second, or else 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. So 300,000, first and foremost answer is correct. 300,000 kilometers per second. Okay, second. Next one. Speed of sound through normal dry air is about 300,000 kilometers per second. Speed of sound through normal dry air, okay, 330 kilometers per second. 330 meters per second. Yes, 330 meters per second. Then fourth one, 1000 kilometers per 3 seconds. Actually, it is around 1000 meters per 3 seconds, not kilometers. So our correct answer would be 330 meters per second. Next one, question number 27. Thundering was heard 6 seconds after the lightning. Then the distance to the place of lightning is, very simple my dear children. Usually to travel like 1 kilometer, it will take, in the previous question it is given, can you remember, see, not 1000 kilometers, I told you that it is going to take like 3 seconds to travel 1000 meters. So which means to travel 1 kilometer it will take 3 seconds. So the 6 second time period, it will take around 2 kilometers. So 2 kilometers should be the answer. If thundering was heard 6 seconds after the lightning, then the distance to the place of lightning is nearly around 2 kilometers. Okay. How can you find it? You just take the time period and divide it by 3. Okay. By that day you can find out the distance using kilometers. This is a near value, not an exact one. Okay. A cow that was eating grass on a field died because of lightning near to it. Main reason for the death of cow. So near to it means it is not a direct strike. Near means not on, no. So it is not a direct strike. So we can remove the first one for sure. Side flashing. So it is on a grass field, no. So there are no any buildings. So it's not a side flash. Contact voltage. Once again, we won't be able to observe a contact voltage. So therefore, the correct answer should be what? Step potential, my dear children. Can you remember? We discussed like the quadrupeds like cow, goat, deer. They have high probability in getting contact voltages, right? Not contact voltages, they have high probability in getting step potentials. Okay, they have a greater probability in getting step potentials because of, my dear children, the length between forelimbs and the back limbs. Okay, so in order to get a contact voltage, now sometimes contact voltages may also come, because you know that sometimes, my dear children, these cows are tied with, you know, metal pieces of metal rings. Sometimes, my dear children, they will cover up with the chains. So sometimes contact voltages will also come, but however that kind of a thing is not given in the question, no. So we have to go for the most accurate answer, which is the step potential. Okay, right. Scientist who invented the lightning conductor. Very simple, my dear children. The lightning conductor was invented by the person who was discovering about, or who gave groundbreaking innovation about the lightning process, which is Benjamin Franklin. Scientist Benjamin Franklin. Not a first aid that should be given to a person who struck with lightning. Right? Not a first aid. So not a first aid that should be given to a person who struck with lightning. Giving artificial respiration. Correct. Massage the heart. Correct. Massaging limbs, once again correct. Hitting the person with a dry stick to the place where lightning struck. Hitting the person. My God. Now he has got struck with lightning. Now, like for the same place, if we are going to hit by using something, so it's going to hurt the person even more. No. So this is incorrect. Totally incorrect. Right. Question number 31 then. A good practice to follow when there is lightning. Good practice. Avoid using mobile phones. Avoid using landline phones. Being at a playground. Walking on watery surfaces. Good practice to follow when there is lightning. Avoid using mobile phones. Avoid using landline phones. Being at a playground. Walking on watery surfaces. Right. So my dear children, let's see what should be the answer. Now we know that being at playground, walking on watery surfaces, we can neglect those two, because those things are not good practices to follow when there is lightning. So we have to avoid using mobile phones or avoid using landline phones. So the most appropriate answer would be avoid using landline phones, because landline phones are the ones which are connected with conductors. Next one. Good way to prevent lightning accidents. Fixing lightning conductors for tall buildings. Installing earth wires properly in houses. Disconnecting television antennas. All the above. So good way to prevent from lightning accident is all of these three, my dear children. Fixing lightning conductors will definitely secure the tall buildings. Installing earth wires properly will definitely helpful in safeguarding the houses, especially electrical equipments in houses. Then disconnecting television antennas, that is also that is also helpful in safeguarding our television and our other electric equipments, my dear children. So all of these things are correct. Next one. An example for side flashing. Person getting electrocuted when using a landline phone. Person getting directly struck with lightning. And Knox getting electrocuted when lightning occurs near to it. Walking on watery surfaces. Example for side flashing. Side flashing, okay? Person getting electrocuted when using landline phone. Person getting directly struck with lightning. Ox getting electrocuted when lightning occurs near to it. Walking on watery surfaces. So side flashing, correct answer would be person getting electrocuted when using a landline phone or when a person is near a building. Can you remember? So in that case, we can observe, right, a side flash, my dear children, right? So when a person directly struck, that is direct strike. Ox getting electrocuted when lightning occurs near to it, that is a step potential. This is relevant. So our correct answer would be A. Example for a contact voltage. Person getting hit by lightning when walking on the road. Person getting directly struck with lightning. Ox getting electrocuted when lightning occurs near to it. Person getting electrocuted when using a crowbar. Now this is correct. When using a crowbar, my dear children, we can observe a contact voltage, right? Contact voltage. Next one. A blank has high possibility of getting electrocuted by step potential. B, man, hen, goat should be the answer. A quadruped, can you remember, right? Quadruped has a high possibility of getting electrocuted by step potential because the length between forelimbs and the hind limbs are somewhat greater. So therefore, a voltage difference could create between forelimbs and hind limbs, creating an electric current through it. So therefore, goat has a high possibility in getting electrocuted by a step potential. Next one. Most dangerous method which lightnings get earthed. Most dangerous method with which lightning is getting earthed. Side flashes, contact voltages, step potentials, direct strikes. Obvious, my dear children, direct strike should be the answer, because during a direct strike the entire voltage is passing through the particular person or the object, so it's going to be very dangerous, right? Next one. Select the best option of the following during a lightning condition. Best one: disconnecting landlines when there is lightning, removing plugs but not removing antenna wires, removing water on the veranda, cleaning drains before the rain to avoid water blocks. Best option in of the following during a lightning condition. During a lightning condition, my dear children, we should never go outside. So therefore, cleaning drains and removing water on the veranda, we should never do these things. Then, my dear children, disconnecting landlines when there is lightning. Now that's a good answer. Disconnecting or removing plugs but not removing antenna wires, that is not suitable. We have to even remove the antenna wires as well. So the best option would be disconnecting landlines when there is lightning. Next one. The best thing to do if a person is struck with lightning. Not getting closer to him as his body is having high voltage. Incorrect. His body is not having high voltage, right? If the lightning has struck, then that's it. After that, there is no high voltage or any other. Giving some water to the patient as soon as possible. Giving first aid and taking him to the nearest hospital. Massaging his body quickly by striking with a dry stick. So the correct answer is what? Very simple, my dear children. If a person has got struck with lightning, right, before giving water or any other thing, first of all, we have to check whether the person is having the life or not. Then we have to massage the body and we have to give the first aids. Then as soon as possible, we have to take that person to the hospital. So giving first aids and taking him to the nearest hospital would be the most appropriate thing to do if a person has got struck with lightning. Okay. Next one. Select the correct option of the following. Direct lightning strike on a person is not harmful to life. Incorrect. Direct lightning is very harmful, pretty much harmful. Next one. It is not important to have a lightning conductor in a normal house. Can be taken as a good answer, right? Not important to have a lightning conductor within a normal house. Can be taken. Up to a certain level, it is correct. But let's see the other ones as well. We should strictly not use metallic objects during lightning. That should be our answer. We should strictly not use metallic objects during lightning. Let's see the next one. We should watch TV inside the house during lightning. Totally incorrect, right? We should never watch TV inside the house, right? So my dear children, our most appropriate answer would be we should strictly not use metallic objects during lightning, right? It is not important to have lightning conductors in a normal house. Actually, application of a lightning conductor to a normal house also, right? It's better. If we can, it is better, Then it will avoid certain serve conditions which is going to happen through lightning, right? But however, it is not important, but if you can apply, then it is better. Okay. So therefore, it is somewhat accurate, but not that much like this. So C should be our most appropriate answer. Select the incorrect option. Human has a high possibility to get a side flash. Human has a high possibility to get a side flash. Correct. Because human skin is behaving as a good conductor than the other materials. Okay. Birds may also get electrocuted by lightning. Can happen. No problem in it. Can happen. Lightning conductor can safely attract lightning. Correct, no problem, no. Lightning does not travel at all through, the light does not travel at all through insulated matter. Incorrect, air is insulated, no. Even though air is insulated, it is coming through air to the ground, no. Because accumulation of large number of electrical charges, static electrical charges, creates a heavy voltage. Because of that, lightning can come sometimes through insulated materials. So it can travel. So not at all thing is somewhat incorrect. Okay. So lightning does not travel at all thing is somewhat incorrect. So our correct answer would be lightning does not travel at all through insulated matter. Right? This is incorrect. So that should be our appropriate answer for the question. So my dear children, we have discussed 40 MCQ type questions. Now let's head on to see the other types of questions given here. Okay. So here, now you have to put cross or else a tick for the given statements. Number 1 given, lightning is created due to static electrical charges. Correct, no problem. Lightning is created because of the static electrical charges. That is correct. Next one given, voltage of a small lightning bolt is just below than 230 volts. Totally incorrect. If it is a small lightning bolt, no matter it is smaller or larger, actually the voltage carried out by the lightning is going to be very high, right? So a good lightning bolt is like around 10 million volts. This thing is going to be very high, even more. So therefore we can't say it is just below 230 volts. So this is incorrect. Sound travels at a lesser speed than light. Correct. Sound is traveling at a less speed than light. It is correct. Side flashes could be deadly in sometimes. Correct, no? No problem. Side flashes, sometimes it can be deadly. Sometimes. So it is correct. That depends according to the strength of the lightning. So it is correct, no problem. Step potentials are not harmful at all for human beings. We can't say it like that. That depends according to the pose of the person. If the person is having, like stretched legs, then in that case, step potential could be harmful for the person. We can't say it for clearly. That depends on the posture of the person. Okay. Benjamin Franklin investigated about the lightning. Correct. That's why he was the first person to found about the lightning conductors. Next one. It's dangerous to use mobiles with metal body during lightning. Correct. If they are made up with metallic bodies, then my dear children, mobiles are also harmful, right? Lightning accidents are highest during the April month. Correct. Convectional time period, intermonsoonal time period. So during the April month, lightning accidents are going to be very high. In domestic electricity, the voltage is nearly around 230 volts. Once again, correct. In domestic electricity, the voltage is around nearly 230 volts. It's correct. In a small lightning bolt, current is nearly around 0.1 amperes. Once again, like in the same thing in here, even though it is a smaller one, right, or else a larger one, the current is going to be immense. Voltage is going to be very large. That's why those things are coming even through the air. So my dear children, this is also incorrect. It is safe to use landline phones during lightning. Totally incorrect, as they use different conducting wires. This is totally incorrect, my dear children. We should never use landline phones, right? Using mobile phones are even more safer than using that thing. Next one. It's better to wear a wet pair of shoes during lightning. Wet pair of shoes, totally incorrect. We should have to use dry pair of shoes. Okay. Right. So these are the answers for the second question then, my dear children. Right, my dear children. Now let's head on to see the next type of question. Now in here you have to write down the correct answers. Explain how lightning occurs. How does the lightning is going to occur? Because of the accumulation of static electrical charges, right? The charges will jump from cloud to air or to ground, which is called as lightning, right? So we can write the answer. Particles in clouds getting rubbed and static electrical charges are generated. Discharge of these static electrical charges called lightning. So particles in clouds getting rubbed and static electrical charges are generated. Discharge of these static electrical charges called lightning, right? Okay, so this is how lightning is going to occur. Write 3 reasons for the creation of cumulonimbus clouds. Right, number 1, low winds. Number 2, high humidity. Number 3, high temperature. High temperature of the air. High temperature of the air near atmosphere. Near the surface of the earth, right? Not the atmosphere. Right? So high temperature of the air near surface of earth. That means air means atmosphere, right? So these are 3 reasons for the occurrence of cumulonimbus clouds. Low winds, high humidity, then having high temperature of the air near the surface of the earth, right? 3 reasons for creation of cumulonimbus clouds. Next question. Explain why lightning is more frequent in intermonsoon time period. So during that time period, my dear children, the earlier 3 cases are more frequently getting occurred. So therefore, creation of cumulonimbus clouds would be high. So that's the reason for the creation of lightning. So what are the reasons? Let me take you to the previous slide once more. So because of the cumulonimbus clouds, we know that lightning is going to occur. So cumulonimbus clouds are mainly getting occurred because of having low winds and high humidity and high temperature of the air near the surface of the earth. So these 3 conditions are heavily available within the intermonsoonal time period. Okay, so it will create cumulonimbus clouds. Okay, right. So let's write down the answer. Because creation of cumulonimbus clouds are high during that time period. Right? So, because creation of cumulonimbus clouds are high during that period. So, what is the reason for creation of cumulonimbus clouds? We'll see the previous one once more. So, cumulonimbus clouds are getting created mainly because of low winds, high humidity and high temperature of the air near the surface of the earth. These are the main reasons for the creation of cumulonimbus clouds. So, because of creation of cumulonimbus clouds, right, lightning is more frequently getting occurred during the intermonsoonal time period, my dear children. Okay, next one. Mention the period of intermonsoon in Sri Lanka. Actually, there are two time periods, but however, most of the times we get lightning strikes during March to April. Lightning strikes are more frequently occurring in this time period, my dear children. Okay, right. Then the next one. Explain how static electrical charges are generated within cumulonimbus clouds. Very simple, my dear children. Snow, then water particles, water vapor getting rubbed each other, right, to create what? Static electrical charges. So, water vapor and other particles are rubbed each other in creating static electrical charges. Right. So, water vapor and other particles are rubbed each other in creating static electrical charges. This is the reason for the creation of static electrical charges, my dear children. Next one. Draw and show how static electrical charges distributed in a cumulonimbus cloud. Very simple, my dear children. When you take a cumulonimbus cloud like this, right, positive charges are getting generated at the top like this. Negative charges are getting generated at the bottom like this in the nimbus cloud. So, this is how in a cumulonimbus cloud positive and negative charges are generated. At the top, you can observe the positive charges, accumulation of positive static electrical charges. At the bottom, you can observe the accumulation of negative static electrical charges. Okay. Then the question number 7. Mention 3 main types of lightning methods. 3 main types of lightning methods. Very simple, my dear children. Number 1, ground lightning. Number 2, cloud lightning. Number 3, air lightning. So cloud to ground lightning is referred as ground lightning. Then cloud to cloud lightning, that's the cloud lightning thing. Cloud to air lightning, that's air lightning. So light can occur to cloud or to ground or to air, my dear children. That means to the atmosphere. Right. Then the question number 8. Out of the above methods, which one is the most harmful to the human and animal lives? Very simple, my dear children. The most harmful one would be ground lightning, right? Ground lightning. Most harmful one should be the ground lightning, right? Then the question number 9. Mention the average voltage and current of a lightning bolt. Very simple, my dear children. This is also we discussed several times, right? So average voltage is around 10 million volts, right? 10 million volts. Current is around 25,000 amperes. 25,000 amperes, 10 million volts, right? Heavy amount of electricity. Next one, explain how thunder is created by lightning. So how does the thunder is getting created? Because of the lightning strike, air is expanded due to high temperature, creating a shock wave. So this shock wave is the one which referred as the thunder. Okay, so actually the shock wave is going to create sound. That sound is the thunder. Okay, right. So we'll explain. During lightning, air is heated. Air is heated and expand very quickly, creating a shock wave. This shock wave creates a sound which refer or called thunder. So this is how thunder is created. So during lightning, air is heated and expands very quickly, creating a shock wave. This shock wave creates a sound called thunder, right? This is how the thunder is created, right? So thunder is actually generated because of lightning, and lightning and thunder are created both at the same time, my dear children. However, we observe the light before the sound because light is traveling way more faster than sound. Okay, so once again, during lightning, air is heated and expands very quickly, creating a shock wave. This shock wave creates a sound which is called thunder, right? Okay, then question number 11. Write the main methods which lightning is getting earthed. Main methods. So we'll write down the main methods. Number 1, direct strike. Side flash. step potential, contact voltage, so direct strike, side flash, direct strike, side flash, step potential, contact voltage. So these are the main methods which lightning is getting earthed. Next one, from above, which method is most dangerous to lives? Which one? Direct strike is the most dangerous one, my dear children. So direct strike. Direct strike is the answer. Right. Then the next question, question number 13. Explain the term direct strike of lightning. Direct strike of lightning. What will happen? Over there, my dear children, the person or to an animal or to a plant or to a tree, anything, any place, the lightning is getting directly struck and through it is getting earthed. Okay, so lightning is directly getting hit on something building, plant, man, and getting earth. So lightning is directly getting hit on something. Something means building, plant or man, and getting earth. This is the explanation for the direct strike then, my dear children, right? Direct strike. Next one, explain the term contact voltage. Contact voltage. So within a contact voltage, a person, right, is contacting a conductor, and onto the conductor the lightning is going to strike, right? So we can write the answer. Getting struck getting struck by lightning when touching a conductor or any other material. It can be any other material like a plant or else a tree, my dear children. Okay, So lightning or charges get earth through the conductor and through the body. So getting struck by lightning when touching, right? Touching conductors or any other material, right? Touching conductors or any other material, then full stop here, right? Then charges get earth through the conductor and through the body, right? So getting struck by lightning when touching conductors or any other material. Charges get earth through the conductor and through the body, right? So this is what do you mean by a contact voltage. Next one, mention 5 things that should be avoided when there is lightning condition. 5 things that should be avoided when there is lightning condition, right? Number 1, using electrical equipments. Using electrical equipments. Right, using electrical equipments. Number 2, being at open places, right? Being at open places. For examples, you can provide like playgrounds. Number 3, being near tall trees, buildings, right? Being near tall trees, buildings. Then number 4, would be, my dear children, being at high grounds. Being at high grounds. Number 5, using landline phones. So 5 things that should be avoided when there is lightning, my dear children. Using electrical equipments, for sure we have to shut down all electric equipments and we have to remove the plugs also. Then being at open places, being near to tall trees and buildings, and being at high grounds. So all of these things would create or would give out a greater potential in getting struck with lightning. So we have to avoid being at open places like playgrounds, being near tall trees and buildings, and also being at high grounds. Other than that, my dear children, strictly we have to avoid the usage of landline phones because these things are using conductors. Okay, right. Then the next one, question number 16. Mention 5 things that should be followed to prevent from lightning accidents. That should be followed means we have to do these things, right? Number 1, removing plugs from plug pins. Right, removing plugs from plug pins. We should never keep the plugs on the plug pin, my dear children. We have to remove it, right? So removing plugs from plug pins. Number 2, applying lightning conductors for buildings. Right, so removing plugs from plug pins, applying lightning conductors for buildings. Having a better earth wire connection in houses. Having a better earth wire connection, right, in houses. Number 4, removing antenna wires and placing them outside. Removing antenna wires and placing outside. Number 5, disconnecting landline phones. So removing plugs from plug pins, applying lightning conductors for buildings, having a better earth wire connection in houses, removing antenna wires and placing outside, then disconnecting landline phones. So these are 5 things that we can follow to prevent from lightning accidents, my dear children. Okay, right. Then the next one, question number 17. Right, question number 17. Mention 3 important things to do if a person has been struck by lightning. So number 1, massaging. Then giving artificial respiration, giving artificial respiration if there is no respiration. So giving artificial respiration if there is no respiration. Number 3, taking the person to a hospital taking the person to a hospital soon as possible. Right. So massaging the body, will mention as massaging the body. Then giving artificial respiration if there is no respiration. Then taking the person to a hospital soon as possible. Right. So these are the methods or main first aids that we can give if a person has struck with lightning. Okay. Right. Then the next one, question number 18. Why it is not safe to use landline phones during lightning? Explain with reasons. Why it is not suitable to use landline phones if there is lightning? Landline phones are mainly used in, my dear children, these things are mainly used in conductors, electrical conductors, wires in getting connection. So wires can attract lightning strikes or lightning bolts. So therefore we have to avoid using landline phones during lightning. So we can write the answer. Landline phones mainly use wires to get connection. Right? Landline phones mainly use wires to get connection. Wires are good conductors of electricity. Wires are good conductors of electricity. Therefore, landline phones are not safe to use. Right. So landline phones mainly use wires to get connection. Wires are good conductors of electricity. Therefore, landline phones are not safe to use. Right? So this is the explanation. Right, my dear children. So this is why it is not safe to use the landline phones. Remember, landline phones are mainly using conducting wires to get the connection needed. So when receiving connection through the wires, right, wires are behaving as good conductors of electricity. So there's a greater possibility that the lightning may strike onto that particular wire and come through with the conducting wires for the landline phones. So in that case, there is a risk of getting electrocution because of using landline phones. So we have to minimize the usage of landline phones, right, in order to be safe from lightning accidents. Right. So we have answered the third question. 18 questions regarding the questions. Now in here we wrote down the correct answers. Now let's see the other type, my dear children. Now in here you have to explain scientifically, right? Let's see. A cow or an ox has a greater possibility to die during lightning accidents. It's mainly because of the direct contacts, and also other than that, my dear children, there is a higher risk of getting step potential, right? So we can write the answer: ox or a cow may struck with lightning directly and as well as ox or a cow may struck directly and as well as directly with lightning, right? We'll mention that one as well. Directly with lightning as well as due to distance between front and back, the distance between front back limbs it may also get caught with step potential. Right. So ox or a cow may struck directly with lightning, right? It may struck directly with lightning. That means a direct strike. Or as well as due to distance between front and back limbs, it may also get caught with step potential. It can also get caught up with step potential because of the distance between front and back limbs. So therefore there are two possibilities, right? So because of that, ox or else a cow has a greater chance in dying because of lightning accident, my dear children. Okay, right. Cumulonimbus clouds are often created during intermonsoonal time periods. What is the reason? Because during intermonsoonal time periods, the temperature of the air particles near the Earth's atmosphere is going to be high, and also because of low winds, right, air particles will evaporate very quickly, creating cumulonimbus clouds. Okay, so all the favorable factors are needed for the creation of cumulonimbus clouds can be found during the time period of intermonsoonal seasons. That is the main reason for the creation of cumulonimbus clouds. So we can write the answer: during during that time period, air near the ground has high temperature. During that time period, air near the ground has high temperature and winds are also low. Because of that, water evaporate quickly to create cumulonimbus clouds. So during that time period, air near the ground has high temperature and winds are also low. Because of that, water evaporates quickly. Water evaporates quickly to create cumulonimbus clouds. Right? So favorable temperature and a favorable weather conditions for the creation of cumulonimbus clouds are created during the intermonsoonal time periods, my dear children. Okay, right. Then the next one, when there is high temperature in the surface of the earth, lightning weather condition has high possibility to occur. When there is high temperature in the surface of the earth, lightning weather condition has high possibility to occur. When there is high temperature near the surface of the earth, what will happen? Creation of cumulonimbus clouds will get increased, or there is a high possibility in creation of cumulonimbus clouds because of evaporation of water vapor. Therefore, there is a greater chance in getting lightning. There's a great chance in getting lightning accidents, my dear children. So we can write the answer. It will help to form cumulonimbus clouds that will help to create lightning weather conditions. Right? So this is the answer, my dear children. It will help to form cumulonimbus clouds that will help to create lightning weather conditions. Right? Okay. So this is why, right, when you take the surface temperature of the earth, when the surface temperature is going to increase, it has a greater possibility or greater probability in creation of cumulonimbus clouds. We discussed the reasons earlier. creation of cumulonimbus clouds will create creation of lightning accidents, or lightning hazards will be increased during that time period, right? Right, so it will help to form cumulonimbus clouds that will help to create lightning weather conditions. Next question. During lightning, the light is observed first and sound of thunder heard next. Very simple, my dear children, because light travels faster than sound. Light is observed first. So, because light travels faster than sound, light is observed first, right? Light is traveling way more faster than sound, my dear children. Therefore, light is observed first, right? Next one. Thunder is created by lightning. Why thunder is getting created by lightning? Because of very high temperature created due to lightning air particles near the lightning area will expand creating a shock wave. Right? So, because of very high temperature created due to lightning, air particles, put a comma, air particles near the lightning area will expand, creating a shock wave, right? Creating thunder. We will mention as resulting thunder. That's better. So, because of very high temperature created due to lightning, air particles near the lightning area will expand, creating a shock wave. Shock, S-H-O-C-K, right? Shock wave. S-H-O-C-K, shock wave, creating a shock wave, resulting thunder, right? Resulting thunder. This is why thunder is created, because of lightning, my dear children. Because of the shock wave created due to the lightning process, right? In here, the air particles near the lightning area will expand due to high temperature. Okay, right. Best place to be at to be safe from lightning accident is inside a car. So, inside a car, there are insulators, and the car is also not earthed well. So, therefore, lightning strikes or electrical charges, right, will not going to harm you. That's the reason. So, we can write the answer. inside the car there are insulators and chargers are observed only on metal surfaces. Therefore, inside a car is safe from lightning. Right. So inside a car there are insulators and chargers are observed only on metal surfaces. Therefore, inside a car is safe from lightning. Right. Inside the car is safe from lightning, my dear children. Only on the outside surface we can observe the chargers running here and there. Inside the car, because of having insulators, we won't be able to observe chargers. However, within the metal parts there are, but inside a car we won't be able to observe chargers because of having insulators. So inside a car is safe from lightning. Right. Next one, question number 7. Using a glassy mobile phone and making a call inside a house is not dangerous during lightning. Yes, why is that? Because there are no any conductors to conduct electricity, so it is safe, right? So we can write the answer. Electricity travel through conductors. Mobile phones do not have conductors. Therefore, it's safe to use mobiles with glass body. So electricity travel through conductors. Mobile phones do not have conductors. Therefore, it's safe to use mobiles with glass body, right? So there are no any conductors in mobiles. So it's safe to use mobiles with glass body, right? There's no problem in it. Lightning can travel through our body quickly and easily than through air, because our body behaves as a good conductor than air, right? So therefore, through our body, lightning will easily pass, right? So can write because our body is a good conductor than air. Therefore, charges will travel easily through our body. Right, because our body is a good conductor than air. Therefore, charges will travel easily, right, easily through our body. So this is why lightning can travel through our body quickly and easily than through air. Okay, right. Then the next question, my dear children. Question number 9. It is better to fix lightning conductors for tall buildings. So tall buildings can attract lightning quite fast because they are tall from the ground level. So by applying lightning conductors, we can safeguard the buildings, right? So taller buildings have greater chance or greater probability in getting lightning. Right? Taller buildings have greater probability in getting lightning due to altitude. Therefore, it's safe to use lightning conductors. Right. So taller buildings have greater probability in getting lightning due to altitude. Therefore, it's safe to use lightning conductors. Right. Then the question number 10. Lightning victims are safe to handle because after lightning, the charges are getting discharged to the ground and it's safe to touch the person. So, after struck with lightning, a person is not having any electrical charge. Therefore, it's safe to handle him. So after struck with lightning, a person is not having any electrical charge. Therefore, it's safe to handle him, right? Right, okay. So we'll mention as safe to handle the person. That's much better, no? Right. So my dear children, we have answered 10 questions in the explanations part. So I hope that you got a good knowledge about the lightning accidents lesson. So with that, I'm going to finish up this chapter and the entire lesson. So on the next day, we'll discuss our next lesson in our grade 9 science syllabus, my dear children. Okay, so till then, it's time to say goodbye then.
To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.